everyone, I'm Dr. Theresa Bullard, and I just wanted to give a message to everyone out there in these very interesting times that we are in right now with the COVID-19 situation. What can we do during this time to really, one, put it into some context at a spiritual level? Like, what does it mean for us? And then two, how can we be a part of the solution? How can we support everything moving forward and really be part of bringing light to this situation that feels very dark? So first of all, I want to say that what's happening here, there is an alchemy behind the scenes. There is something from nature that's driving an evolutionary process at some level. And we are, if you look at the alchemical cycles that we're going through as a collective, which is something that I talk about in my season 3 of Mystery Teachings, we are going through these cycles of alchemy and transformation. And when we are doing so, we need to realize that regardless of the outer circumstances, whether it's politics or, tragedies or something like what we're currently going through, there's always some kind of alchemy at work behind the scenes. And if we want to move that forward, if we want to accelerate our progression through that current stage or phase that we're in, it really helps to be aware of what that alchemy is and what stage are we going through so that we know how to work with it and then accelerate the process. So as I look at this situation, it feels to me like these last couple of years, but especially right now, we are in what alchemy would call the fermentation stage. It's like a death of the old paradigm, a death of the old way of being, a death of the ego and the old personality of humankind, thinking that we can just go on and drive our life from that egoic place. It's not working. And what we need to be going through right now in this fermentation stage is that death, is letting go of the old ways, really reconnecting with the core of who we are, with our essential self, and then helping to move it forward by moving inward, right? So this fermentation stage that we're in is it can be like a dark night of the soul. There can be a sense of loss, there can be a sense of grief, there can be a sense of struggling against that process because it's asking us to let go of things. And so, we are looking at our old way of life is being very challenged right now. And we might have this desire to hold on to it, but I feel that we can take a negative situation and turn it into a positive. We can always do that, so long as we look at, okay, what good can I bring to this? How can I be a part of a solution? How can I bring more light to it? So in the fermentation stage and in the dark night of the soul stage of the alchemical process, what we are asked to do is go inside, to almost minimize, to cut off the stimulation from the outer world and to withdraw from the world. And it's so fascinating that we're all being asked to go stay at home, to social distance or physical distance, to isolate in certain cases, and using this time of withdrawing inwards and being kind of in our own space, in our own environment. It's like you're going into your cave and you have to meditate within the cave, or to do certain practices that support you in connecting with your inner fire. So in the alchemy, what we want to do is we want to touch into that inner flame, that flame of our own consciousness, our own awareness, and the flame of our divinity. And we want to connect in deeply with that. So letting go of all the outer world stuff and going inward to connect deeply with, who am I really? Am I this personality? Am I this ego? Am I this job? Am I, all these roles that I play in the world? Or am I something more? Am I something eternal? Am I something limitless and divine? And when we let go of the outer and move inner, and we almost surrender to that state of just stillness and inwardness, we can then reach a state of acceptance, which moves us past the struggle and the grief. We can let go of the old attachments of things that are really not serving us in our world. We have so much bigger and better things to get to. But in order to get to them, we really have to let go of the old ways so that we can emerge in a new way. And this process that we're going through right now is very much like the caterpillar that melts away in the chrysalis and then ultimately emerges out of that chrysalis as a butterfly. And so we are in those kind of final stages of the old form melting away, dissolving away. And then in order to become the butterfly, in order to really be ready to emerge and rise out of that chrysalis stage, we have to connect with who are we now? What are our inner gifts? What is our color? What is our joy? What is our brightness that we want to bring to the world? And it's got to be something that comes from the inside out versus our joy and our happiness and our sense of meaning being something from the outside in. And so this time is very much about connecting inward. Take advantage of this time to connect inward, meditate, pray, do ceremonial process, whatever it is that works for you to connect to a spiritual level of your being or to your greater consciousness, whatever you want to call it, that higher mind, that heart, that unified heart and mind state where we feel one with the source, one with the universe, and just sort of let go of all the old. And we're going to emerge, whether it's the phoenix rising. I feel like this year is a phoenix rising kind of year, or we're going to emerge as that butterfly, that transformed human who's ready to really step into the new paradigm and take flight in some pretty powerful ways. And so alchemy is very much a purification process. It's about cleaning up and getting rid of the impurities and the things that aren't serving us. And it's about raising our vibration so that we can move forward into a more elevated way of being. So hopefully this will help you to make some sense out of this time that we're in right now and really use this time well for that inner work and be a part of the solution. Go ahead and go into the staying at home. Take advantage of this time where everything is slowing down in the outer world so that we can really awaken and do the action that's inside that we need to do. Let go of the old, welcome the new, embrace it, and have some faith. This is a vision questing kind of process. This is a time of just connecting to that higher consciousness and allowing new ideas, new inspiration, new creativity to come forward. And as you start to feel that fill you, then you can step into action and take charge of doing what you can do no matter what's going on in the outer world. So this is an amazing opportunity, and I hope you will take advantage of it. And I look forward to seeing you at Mystery Teachings.